What up, what up, what up? It's your favorite podcast with your favorite podcast host. Talking your favorite podcast message. Talking the favorite podcast stuff. What's happening? It's Freewenow. It's Freewenow. Freewenow. It's Freewenow.
Till it is. 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 It is. It is. Backwards.
What up, what up? We back. It's Freewenow.
Till it is backwards.
Yes, sir, ski. Hey, look, today, you know what I'm saying? I got my disciple hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? We finna get to it. You know what I mean? I got my disciple hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? It dripped out. You feel me? Look, so we in James 1 today.
James 1.
How did we pick James 1?
ChatGPT.
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 You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Where there's a will, there's a way.
You feel me? So give us a brief synopsis of James 1 and what ChatGPT, just for a little background context before we dive in.
Okay, hold on. Let me scroll in that ChatGPT so y'all can get the little breakdown for you, brother.
And this is how we doing it, y'all. This is gonna be honestly, this is the focus. Because again, we tried our way. We tried to talk about funny clips and the trending topics. I don't know if it just didn't connect with us enough. It didn't resonate, so we didn't deliver it properly. But at this point, we just got to be us. We just got to be us. So come with us on this journey through the Bible to figure out what's the truth. What does the Bible not just say, but what is it saying? Because you can read a sentence, and I can talk in slang because I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And you can hear what I said, but you may not know what I'm saying.
All right, just a little background, a little paragraph synopsis. This chapter lays the foundation for the entire book. Truth, faith produces righteous action. True faith produces righteous action. It's not just what you believe, but it's how you live.
All right.
Okay? Not just what you believe, but how you live.
All right. So, first verses that stood out to you. Again, James 1.
All right, so I'm going to start with verse 19 through 20, right? Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. All right. So the big three things I got out of that, right? Swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Swift to hear. You have to understand scenarios before you react to them. A lot of us don't even listen to what people are saying to us. I've even caught myself doing this plenty of times. I'm so ready to respond that I have not even understood the person's point. I'm so ready to prove what I have to say is correct that I already discount them as wrong.
Right.
I don't even give people, I'm not even gonna give you the chance, stupid. I'm not even gonna give you the chance. You don't get to talk. I'm ready to respond. Right. But a person that is able to understand not only their faults, but understand and have compassion for somebody else's reasonings or explanation is better off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't even know what you're trying to communicate to me, how could I even have an opinion?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How could I even formulate something to do that, right? And slow to speak. Everything doesn't deserve a response from you. Everybody doesn't deserve a response from you. You know how many times our parents have said, hey, they're just trying to get a rise out of you. They're trying to get a reaction. They want to see how it gets to you.
Provocative, gets the people going.
And we allow it to happen.
Right.
And we get beside ourselves. And we say things that we don't mean out of anger. Like everybody's favorite excuse is, I said that because I was mad.
Yeah.
I said that because of the way I felt about it.
Right.
That's because you're not truly listening to what is being stated. Right. I'm not saying that everybody has the best way of communicating what they are trying to say or communicating their emotions or feelings.
Yeah.
But just because they may not have the best way of saying it doesn't mean that you have to refuse to hear it, right? And then slow to wrath. I have to be slow to anger. Really nothing should get me out of my body. Unless you're trying to kill somebody that I love, my family or anything like that,
right?
Nothing should get me out of my body, especially when it says swift to hear and slow to speak.
Right.
So everything that you're doing to me is words. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say, hey, be slow to react to somebody beating you up. It said, you know what I'm saying, swift to hear, understand what they're saying. So like, don't allow words to hold weight, you know what I'm saying, in your life. People can say whatever they want.
Right.
That's really their right. It's their mouth.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So be slow to react to that.
Yeah, I mean, my pops always say, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
For a reason.
You know what I'm saying? So listen more than you speak. And as you do that, you'll get more wisdom. It's interesting that normally if you're in a room and you can tell somebody's really sharp, they don't say much.
They just watching.
watching. You know what I'm saying? So like, I notice a person is really sharp by the way they listen.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Not by the way you speak, but by the way you listen. That's a sharp person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we say smart all the time, but like, I like the word sharp. Like, you sharp if you're actually able to listen to what I said. You know what I mean? God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? So definitely, I agree with that verse, and I definitely see how, you know, a lot of times people, like you said, want to prove themselves right. Imagine this: go into a conversation trying to prove yourself wrong. Go into a conversation right now with me and Keith. I want Keith to say something that proves me wrong. Meaning, I'm listening so intently to Keith to see if what he's going to say is going to actually prove what I already know wrong. I have to listen more. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to prove myself right, because when I'm trying to prove myself right, I'm going to look for qualifiers or rebuttals in what you said so I can be right. When in reality, if you listen to be wrong, I'm listening to everything you said because I'm trying to prove myself. I almost listen as if I want to be wrong. Mm-hmm. Because if I listen like that, I'm going to end up getting right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I rather listen to get right. I rather get right than be right. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you go into a conversation and I'm trying to be right. I want to lead this conversation feeling like I got you told. Mm-hmm. When in reality, I'd rather lead the conversation being right. Getting right. Right? Yeah. So that way, if I'm wrong, I can get right. You feel me? Taking my ego out of it.
Big portion.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so one verse that stood out to me, right? And it's, you know, verse 13, Romans 1:13, right? And I've said this before, but you know, you hear things in church and I might misquote it a little bit, but you know what I'm trying to tell. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so it says, let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For temptation does not originate from God, but from our own flaws. For God cannot be tempted by what is evil, and he himself tempts no one. But each one is tempted when he is dragged away, enticed, and baited to commit sin by his own desire. Okay? So it says, yes. So essentially, we would say, oh, God had to teach me something.
God had to teach me something.
He took me through this because I needed to learn this.
Each one teach one.
You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. You know what I mean? Like God teaching me a lesson. God tested me. Mm-hmm. And it says right here, if you in a situation like that, that came from your own actions. Everything from God is good and from above. So if you going through something, it's just because you on earth, bro. That's just part of being on earth, bro. God is not trying to teach you a lesson. I'm not trying to take you through something bad so you can finally get it now. I got to teach you to get it, so I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to take you through there. God is not trying to take you through there.
Take you through there.
Take you through there. Yeah, we go. You know what I'm saying? God is not trying to take you through there. You feel me? Like, you just didn't listen.
You didn't listen.
You almost got into an accident 5 times and you still texting and driving. And then you finally get into a car accident and you like, I know what happened. God was trying to teach me a lesson. No, bro, you almost got into 4 or 5 accidents. That's just how it go, bro. You was texting and driving, bro. Mm-hmm. That's just what happened. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always felt like that, but it's so refreshing to actually see it.
That's big, right? You know, everybody always uses the the old saying, like, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to touch a stove to know it's hot. God says, hey, the stove is hot, and then we touch and we say, God, thank you. I know I had to learn that lesson, God. No. I told you what was going to happen. I told you it was going to happen, right? But that's one of the biggest things, right? I would say this before, like, reading the Bible, which is very important, right? It's one thing to hear it from people, but it's another thing to digest the information yourself. I used to think that was the case. Right. Like the things that we went through was God tempting us or testing us. It was like, I needed to learn this for a specific reason. Right. But as he said, it's just part of the world, right? We're in a world where sin is prevalent, right? We're tempted. Sin tempts us, not God, right? You know what I'm saying? Our own understanding tempts us, not God. God shows us exactly what we're supposed to do.
Right.
If you follow these rules, you do this thing, if you have faith in me, life's going to be good, right? But then we start doing our own thing like, hold on, God, let me see what this is about real quick.
Ooh,
I know you said I shouldn't do this,
what's
but
up
let me
with
touch
there?
it.
I want that tree.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They got some liquor over there. God, no, look, no, they got liquor over there.
They got it over there.
So we try to focus on our own understanding, right? And that is the reasons for the things that we go through, right? You have to understand the situation you're in is just an accumulation of all of your actions.
Facts.
Wherever we are in a life is based off of all of our decisions and based off of all of our actions. We didn't get here by luck. We didn't get here randomly.
Right.
Where you are at in life right now, what you're going through in life right now is an accumulation of all your decisions.
Facts.
And that's just what it is. There's, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. We human. We make mistakes, right? But don't sit here and try to say, hey, God, I know you put me through this. No.
But that should give you power though, right? I'm here because of all my decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So I can also change where I'm at because of my decisions. It's almost hopeless to think that I have no control over my life.
No.
Everything is just like, I got here and I had no control over it. That's a hopeless life. I have no impact on where I am. I don't have any reason for me being here today. That's hopeless, bro. That doesn't make me want to get up and go after it. I'm not playing Eric Thomas, you know what I'm saying? And I know that I have no way to impact my life.
That's the case. I don't know why I'm going to work.
If that's the case, stop going to work. It don't matter. Your bills will be paid.
Your bills will be paid.
Don't worry about it.
You can't do anything. Your bills will be paid.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You have no impact in your life. Stop working out. Eat whatever. It don't matter. Walk in front of the street in front of the car. It's fate. You have no impact. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right. I love this, bro. I love the fact that we're getting back into this, right? Because this is definitely one of the reasons it started, right? So staying on James, verse 27, right?
Yes, sir, Ski.
Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction and to keep himself unspotted from the world. To visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction and to keep himself unspotted from the world. Now, some people be like, dang, I got to hide from the world. I can't be seen by nobody. I don't think that's what that means. I think that means to not do things to have the view of others. I shouldn't do good just so people can see me doing good. I shouldn't pull out my phone to give the homeless food. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't send a text for everybody to show up just so they can see me donating to a charity. Like that's not how it goes, right?
Yeah.
The purest faith or purest belief, the purest way to show religion is to go to the fatherless and help out the widows in their affliction. Help people because you want to.
Thanks.
Help people when nobody will notice that you're doing that, right? As they say about the greatest sports people, it's just an analogy, right? The greatest sports people, you're like, dang, I didn't know, like how are they able to drop 40 points every single game? It's because the work you don't see. It's because the things that they do when nobody's eyes are on them, right? That is a true testament to your heart. That is a true testament to your faith. When you do things without wanting recognition. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody wants, a little bit of pat on the back, right? You know what I'm saying? Even God created us so he could share in his creation with us, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants a little recognition. But when the whole purpose of my heart becomes recognition, it is tainted at that moment.
And that's how we got here.
You know what I'm saying?
With the pod.
When I get so focused on retweets and not reviews, but retweets and likes and comments and subscribing, I forget the purpose, right? I'm not going to go into depth, but me and Hassan had a conversation about our viral post, right? And if y'all could see the way I was acting when that viral post was going on, y'all might look at me a little bit differently. Because I looked at myself a little bit differently, right?
Like
I let that get the best of me. I said, let's
get
run
that
it.
money.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? I lost the sense of why I was doing it because I wanted everybody's recognition to understand, almost to justify what I was feeling.
Yeah.
Like I need that recognition so I know I'm doing the right thing. No. Your heart will always tell you if you're doing the right thing. That's why we got a conscience, right? A piece of God is in us to tell us, hey, you're doing the right thing, you're doing the wrong thing. It's just sometimes we choose not to listen.
Man, and for the sake of time, right? I'm gonna say my last favorite one from James 1. This actually James 1 was kind of lit.
It was nice. It was nice. You know what I'm saying? ChatGPT, they hooked us up. It was nice.
James 1 was kind of tough, right? So verse 22, right? James 1:22. But be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man observing his natural face in a mirror, for he observes himself, goes away, and immediately forgets what kind of man he was. Be ye doers of the word, not just hearers, right? So God said, walk it like you talk it.
Walk it like
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
walk it like you talk it. You feel me? Don't just hear the word and don't do the word, right? That's like going to the mirror, seeing yourself in the mirror, and you got boogers in your nose. You just woke up. You got crust in your eyes, and you leave the mirror and forgot that's what you look like. How can you look yourself in the mirror, see the way you look, leave there and forget what you look like? And to take it a layer deeper, he said that's what the word is like. It's a mirror. The truth is a mirror. When you read the truth, you should see yourself. And so for you not to change based off seeing the word and hearing the word, and you don't change, and you don't acknowledge the truth, and you don't do the truth, but after you hear it, you're no worse than a person with Alzheimer's. You're no worse than a person that just has memory loss, short-term memory loss.
Amnesia.
All you do is, as soon as I say something to you, you forget. That's what like reading the word is and not doing it. Come on, man.
I love that. I love that, right? He said one of the most important things. The Bible is a mirror. The law is a mirror. It's not, it just shows you where you're falling short. It constantly shows you where you're falling short. And that's something we all can change. I could look in the mirror and understand I need to wash my face.
I need to work out.
You know what I'm saying? I need to work out. I need to clean the house. I can look in the mirror and look in the back, but like, dang, the shower a little dirty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can see your reflection when you read the Bible. And that'll make anybody change.
That's the truth, man. The truth is like a mirror. So let me know what y'all thought, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought. That was James 1, right? Us just picking out our favorite verses and giving you some feedback on that. How we feel about that?
I mean, I like that, man. This is the whole reason that we even started it, right? Like it wasn't us just randomly deciding to do it. We got that inclination, and you know how we love to say something just told me to do it. God told you to do it. Now don't get that twisted. Don't start doing evil stuff and be like, God told me to do it. Like, we know the difference. We know right and wrong.
God told me to smack her butt.
God told me to smack her butt. We know right and wrong.
Yeah,
Come
he
on
told
now.
me to take that shot. God said, live it up.
Yeah, God said get lit.
God said, get lit. Turn up.
God said don't pay the bills.
God said, don't pay the bills.
Nah, come on now. We know the difference between right and wrong, right? So just listen.
Absolutely, man. Hey, it's Freewenow.
Till it is backwards.
Yes, sir, Ski.